Hi Aries, welcome to your December. Can you believe it? Here we are at the end of the year. Welcome to your December Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. If you've been here throughout the year, or if you are a new subby, if you're an Aries sun, moon or rising, this is for you. And I just want to say a heartfelt thank you so much for all of your love, all of your support, everything that you've done for Radiant Reality this year. And for those of you that have been with me longer, you know who you are. So I just want to say a massive thank you. Whatever you celebrate, I truly hope your holiday season is as bright and as happy and as beautiful as you are. So happy Christmas, happy Yule, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah. If you don't celebrate anything, from my heart to yours, I still wish you an amazing time. So before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what does December hold in store for you. So for your actions and interactions with the world at large over December, my dear Aries, you get the Knight of Cups, right? So look at this. This is about you creating opportunities. It's not about opportunities coming to you. This is a time for you to be truly proactive, and even more so than ever before. And the reason being, Mars, your ruler, isn't just direct now. He's actually picking up speed and moving towards that point where he's going to pass not only the degrees that he went retrograde in, but also come I think it's like the first week of January, he moves out of Aries and into Taurus. There is a whole sense of renewal that has taken place for you over this space. So this is about you in the month of December, even though we're closing the year down and it's, you know, quiet time, snuggle time and all the rest of it in the Northern Hemisphere. You know, the totally different opposite end of the spectrum for you guys down under and below the equator, as we know. But seriously, I just want to say this is a time, this is a month where you can maximize on all of the energy that is surrounding you. The Knight of Cups is about offers and opportunities, things that come into you. But this is in your actions and interactions with the world at large. This is about you creating opportunities. It's about you seeking them out. So while the rest of the world is kind of winding down for the holiday season, I think you guys are going to be on it. Like, you're going to be pushing forward for the things that you want. Maybe some of you are doing a lot of work behind the scenes or doing some sort of legwork there as well, which is really great. I just think December is going to be a really proactive month for you guys. I don't think you're going to be sitting back and, like, don't get me wrong, you'll be resting and all the rest of it. I just don't feel like you're going to be resting on your laurels. I think this is going to be quite an active December for you guys. So for your money and materials, you have the Lovers card, right? So this is great. What it suggests to me is this is about you making a big financial decision here in December. And the beauty of this is, if you are making a big decision, a big financial decision in December, you can rest assured, not only is Mercury direct and out of shadow, not only is Mars, your ruler, direct and pretty much out of shadow, so you've got the go ahead, right? You've got whatever it is, whether this is a big purchase, whether this is something that you're specifically saving for, whether it's an investment of some sort. December is that month. This is the month where you can go for it. If you've had some sort of financial action plan that you've wanted to put into motion, or some sort of purchase that you wanted to make, December is your month. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this would be a month for you to, yes, it's, you know, we're coming into holiday season, but this would be a time for you to work on your upper body strength. You know, whether that is your for those of you that have maybe, you know, mobility stuff. I'm not a physical therapist, but you know, the reason I say this, Lover's card is ruled by Gemini. Gemini rules the shoulders, the hands, the forearms, the hands, the fingers. So this is a time to work on those. Yeah, you know, whether this is through exercises or stretching, you know, even upper body cardio, things that get your heart racing by moving your hands fast. This would would be a good time to utilize something of that nature. And then when it comes to your home and environment, look at this, right? It looks like you got a good Christmas coming up for you, or whatever it is that you celebrate. But your holiday season looks very bright. It's filled with the Lovers card, which is love, right? So your home is going to be that space. This is a time where you want to invite people. You know, I know the world is crazy at the moment. I'm currently in the UK. We're in lockdown at the moment, and we're not 100% sure if we're going to be coming out of it when they say we're allowed to. So, you know, I truly hope for the best. But this really does, for me, it feels like a really great energy for all Aries people, sun, moon, or rising. For your communications and conversations, you have the Four of Swords. All right. So this is a time where you really want to think about what you're saying. It's going to be about the quality rather than the quantity this month, right? So like I said, I do feel like the home is going to have a lot of love to it, but I kind of get the sense that this will probably be the year, and I say this for all people, not just for Aries, right? I think this is going to be the year where whatever we celebrate around the season of the holidays, you know, like that gratitude energy, I think it's going to be so high this year. And if I'm honest, I'm here for that, because it suggests that if we all move into that collective energy of gratitude, it suggests that what we will have will be something much more beautiful and less about the consumerism sort of aspect of the holidays. So with the Four of Swords, they're going to be slower. When it comes to communication, like I said, right, whatever it is that you're doing, this is in the cauldron. It's not, you know, this is something you're brewing away at home. This is something that you're working on behind the scenes. Like, so it makes sense. You're not necessarily going to be out there communicating a whole bunch, you know, and I kind of feel like whatever communication you do have, it will be coming inward. For your love and relations, you have the King of Wands, which, you know, whether you're a man or a woman or a person, this represents the sign of Aries. So I find that really interesting. Now, for those of you that are single, the King of Wands kind of suggests that you are ready to be seen, but this is about you really deciding what you want and need from a relationship and being very vocal about that. It's going to see you really honest about what it is that you want, what it is that you need, what a relationship actually looks like to you now. And like, you could be all up for fun, but it kind of suggests that there's like a very strong sense of you knowing what is fun and knowing what is actually, you know, for you. Like, I think this will be a time where you're going to be very serious about relationships, not in like a severe way, like definitely in a fun way, but whatever's a flirtation, you will make people, you know, fully aware, like this is never going to go anywhere, and you'll be letting people know also, this is what I want and need at this moment in time. And if you're not on that train, fine, no problem, but I'm going to continue on my journey. For those of you that are partnered or in relationships, this is just about a lot more fun, and it could be just on a really personal level. Maybe there aren't that many people involved. Maybe, you know, here in the UK, I think it's going to be like, I think it's 6 to a household. So it is going to be a smaller gathering. It is going to be more intimate, but in a way it's going to be so much brighter, because the energy of gratitude that is kind of permeating this whole time is truly there. So let's have a look at the weeks of the month. For the first week, you have the Hermit card, right? So you're definitely working on something. This is like creating an opportunity for yourself. Maybe you've had a really good idea or a download that shows up for you in the first week. And, you know, I'm like this. When I have, like, sometimes I'll be, you know, in the thick of doing something and, you know, launching something out into the world, and then I'll have an idea and I'll just disappear for like 3 to 7, sometimes more days. And it's because once that idea comes in, I know now, you know, I've learned, trust me, once that idea comes in, I will disappear and I'll start working on it and fleshing it out and building it out. And this kind of feels like what you're doing this first week of the month. You know, you could have some sort of personal insight, and for that reason you're pulling yourself out so that you can work on that. For your second week of the month, you have the Justice card. So it looks like some of you are either going in for some sort of, and there's a few ways that this could play out. One of them literally could be something to do with a relationship. You cement in a partnership, you finally acquiesce into somebody that's been, you know, someone that's been banging away at the walls of your heart, you know, and then finally you're like, do you know what? Yeah, this person's been consistent, so why not give it a shot? That's one way this could play out. The other way, like I said, because it falls right underneath your money card, this suggests a big purchase, a big financial decision, one that you're signing a contract for, one that you are finally moving ahead with. And because you've got all of this great energy surrounding you, because Mercury is fully direct, because Mars is fully direct, like you have, and funnily enough as well, Mercury is in Sag, as is the Sun, you know, certainly for the first 2 weeks of December anyway, which are offering trine energy to you. So the harmonious energy flow, right? Which is great. Take advantage of it while you can. Absolutely. For your third week of the month, you have the Temperance card, right? So this is interesting because here, as we step into Capricorn season, this will see you a lot more pensive. It will see you really reflecting on all of the whole of 2020. In fact, for a lot of you, I kind of feel like this is going to stretch back into your distant past. There's going to be a big spiritual realization that comes up for you here in December. So as we step into Capricorn season, I feel like a lot of you Aries people will be having some really deep insight into yourself, into your life, into the journey that you've taken. Maybe for the last 2 years, you know, certainly for the last year, but maybe for the last 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. For a lot of you, I feel like this is going to stretch back to your deep past though. And I think for a lot of you, this third week of December is going to highlight something that you are truly ready to let go of, truly ready to release. This could be some personal trauma that you've had in your life, something that you've carried for the longest time. You know, we all have, I can't remember, I think there's a book or a poem and it talks about the red suitcase, you know, that place where we all store all of our crap, and, you know, over a lifetime you just have this suitcase of shit that follows you around. Well, this time here at December, you know, certainly as that great conjunction hits on the 21st of December, this could be that moment where you finally release that, where you open that suitcase up and say, wow, you know what, I've been carrying this around for the longest time and I'm not doing it anymore. This is a really powerful moment for you, and it might come from a conversation that you have. It might come from maybe something that you overhear. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you say or is said to you. It could just be some sort of information that you hear. You know, we've all had those moments where something in our lives is happening and you flick the TV over and the line that comes up is like literally directly speaking to you, or you walk past somebody that's having a conversation on the phone and what they say is totally relevant to how you feel at this moment in time. The universe knows what she's doing. Trust me, she is... you know, she's got a real handle on how to do this. So the realization or the understanding that comes to you in this third week of the month, pay attention to that, because it's a very big part, it's a very big piece of the puzzle, and it's going to allow you or help you to move beyond something that you've been holding on to or carrying for a long time, which is beautiful. Wrong deck. And then for your fourth week of the month, you have the Moon card, right? So look at this. There is going to be interest in the love sector. There is going to be some saucy sort of reflection, recuperation. For a lot of you though, especially those of you that are single, this is just going to be a realization month where you're like, you know what, these flirtations are nice, but actually it's not feeding into where I truly see myself going. This doesn't work for me. So it's going to see you being really honest with yourself and possibly with somebody else. Whereas a select few of you, you know, you will be sealing the deal, so to speak. And then for those of you that are partnered already, this could be a time where you and your partner are doing something similar to this, but it's something that you guys are ready to let go of together. So maybe it's a dream, maybe, you know, maybe you wanted another child and you come to the realization that actually, you know what, I don't think this is the right time, so we'll knock that on the head. There's something that you are deciding as a collective no longer works for you and your partner or for the relationship. I don't think this is the relationship coming to an end. I think you're just seeing something the way that it is rather than the way that you guys would like it to be. All right, so let's check out your key to these cards. Are massive. I love them. They're so beautiful and so sort of otherworldly, but they're huge, even for me. All right, so let's have a look at your key to the month. You have the Six of Cups, which actually represents pleasure. which is beautiful. So allow yourself to be in that spirit this month. Allow yourself to be in that space of enjoying things. Allow yourself to conjure up all of the best and happiest memories that you have. But more importantly, this month, be open to creating new ones. No matter how this year started, no matter what took place this year, think about all of the things that have happened this year that have pushed you forward, that have advanced you in some way, that have really taught you what pleasure is, no matter how small, no matter how tiny. You know, I think if anything, this year has shown us not only how to be grateful, but it's also shown us where we can steal the smallest pleasures away from all of the heavy. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month, an amazing holiday season. Take care. If you haven't seen it, don't forget to check out your 2021 video. You know, and there's two of them. You know, there's one for your life path number and there's one for your sign. So with that said, take care and I will see you soon. And all the best and a happy new year too.